So hi engineering Janta, I am Vaibhav Shukla and today I have something very valuable for you with me and I'll be discussing that with you. But before I proceed, just tell me once in the chat that am I visible or not. If I'm clearly visible and audible, please tell me in the comments section, in the chat section, and then I'll begin with the today's video. Fine. Today's session is actually very valuable and it will deliver you something very important for your TCS NQT exam. Fine. So you first of all tell me if I'm audible and visible clearly. You type a yes in the chat section and that will help us out. So great. Thanks Prince. Thanks Shweta. Good evening Prince. So let's begin with today's session and let's understand what exactly I'm trying to tell you. So today we are going to discuss 5 most common coding patterns in the TCS NQT. देखो TCS NQT में there are a lot of things, not just one thing, but coding involves certain patterns. Fine, some patterns that are not to be missed. When I always deliver top 150 not out questions list, most of the people say that, sir, you talk about patterns, you always say that these 150 questions have those patterns that even if you appear for Google, Netflix, Amazon, wherever you go, you can crack it. So then why not some patterns for TCS NQT? So that was one very big question that was regularly coming. So I decided that let's go ahead, let's build a common coding pattern video, a session for them, so that students get benefited from it. Fine. So before I begin, a copy pen ले लो, ठीक है? Take a register, take a pen, take a notebook, whatever you feel like. Fine. You should have a paper in front of you, you should have a pen in front of you, and you should jot down the important things that I'm telling you. Also, if you want this PPT, then after this live ends, what you can do is you go into the comments section, you comment out PPT, and you will get this PPT. Fine. All you need to do is you have to join a community or a WhatsApp group, and for that we'll be giving you the links. All those who are having doubts, please wait with the doubts. I'll come to the doubts once I have explained all the patterns. Fine. So let's straight away dive in deep. समझते हैं कौन कौन से patterns है. First pattern is recursion based problems. Fine. Recursion is super important. अभी PPT मत spam करना. Please do not spam PPT right now. Once this live ends, and if you want it, you go in the comments section, type PPT there. We'll give you a link of Telegram community. Then you can join that Telegram or WhatsApp community. Fine, whatever the link comes to you, and then you join it, and then I'll share the PPT there. Fine. हाँ, उसी के लिए बता रहा हूँ. What level of coding will come? उसी के लिए बता रहा हूँ. Wait for a while. And all those who want to ask queries, wait till I tell that please drop your queries, and then you can go ahead with your queries. Fine. So recursion based problems hai, and here in recursion based problems there is one very interesting thing. I have given a few problems here, 3 problems primarily I have written. These problems can actually help you understand recursion from the basics. You can get it. Fine. For example, factorial. If you want to understand recursion, and if you are understanding it using factorial, you have to understand that recursion is a concept where a function, fine, where a function calls itself only. Fine. So if this is the function, it is calling itself only. Fine. That is recursion. So if I start deducing factorial using recursion, what I can do is, see, generally हम क्या करते हैं, factorial of a number, say factorial of n is equal to, say I have some variable x where I'm storing this, or I would simply return this. Fine. I simply return this, and what I can do is factorial n minus 1 into n. Fine. So now if it is returning this, then what will happen? In this case, if I have tried calculating factorial using this function, what will happen is, say I gave factorial 5. Fine. So now recursion comes into play. See, it is calling itself. So factorial 5 would basically be a product of factorial. Rather, I should write it like this so that you get a hang of how it is calling itself. See, factorial 4 into 5. Now you do not know factorial 5. You need to call this function again, and what you will get, factorial of 3 into 3, like this, and you will keep going on until there will be a place where factorial of 1 will come, और वहाँ पे हम लोग 1 return करा देते हैं. So this is generally under an if and else condition. The general pattern of solving this factorial through recursion is that. But this call that is happening here, I have made this specifically. आप DSA series जो मैंने बनाई है अगर check करोगे, you will find recursion explained there. Fine. So this is one thing that can help you out. So recursion based problems are super important. Note this down. Recursion तो पढ़ना ही पढ़ना है, ठीक है? Because not just recursion, this will be mixed in other forms as well. I'll show you how. Now, when I go further, and there is one more pattern which is number based problems. Now you'll find some problems which are directly either palindrome or check if it is a prime. Generally checking a prime number doesn't come, but this will give you understanding on the basics of number based problems, number one. So that is why I am telling you, please solve these problems. Also, how to play with numbers, how to play with operators, how to deduce results with numbers, that is super important, and henceforth this category is actually value giving. Fine. Often, even in the array based problems, you will have some number operations to be done. You will have some specific number based problem approaches to be integrated. So for that, you must have a good grip on this kind of pattern. Fine. Now, the third pattern is matrix based problems. Now, this pattern is quite tricky. Why am I saying so? Simple reason है, अगर आया तो full fledged आएगा. If it comes, then matrix itself is a detailed topic. Matrix based problems are itself a detailed topic. So if they come, there'll be a one question, fine. But generally what TCS does is, it takes a few concepts from matrix based multiplication or some of the key approaches that are used here, and they plug it into some other kind of pattern printings or some kind of other specific patterns where they can use it. In the number systems, they sometimes use this, fine. So you might find a problem with a mix of these concepts where number based problems and matrix based problems are actually mixed together. So that can happen, fine. So that's why this is important, and to understand it from basic, transpose of a matrix, matrix multiplication, diagonal sum of a matrix, these problems are super important. You should solve them out. Alongside that, अभी क्या solve करना है बताता हूँ. Don't worry, I'll tell you. Fine, I'll show you rather. See, what you can do is, if you are somebody who wants के मुझे तो थोड़ी सी पढ़ाई में काम मेरा चल जाए, fine. So what you can do is, either you go to prime, fine. Either you go to Prep Insta Prime, straight away dive into TCS NQT course, fine. And then in TCS NQT course, you can find that particular basic and intermediate coding problems where you straight away solve them out. ठीक है, एक तो ये तरीका है where you can go to straight away coding section in this course, fine. And in coding, you'll have basic coding and intermediate coding. One way is this. Otherwise, there is a free way. What you can do is, NQT के लिए, for NQT you write top 150 not out prep insta. Now this is one list that can not just help you out with TCS but with Google, Amazon, Microsoft to that level. It is next level list, fine. It is advanced coding for all those people who are preparing for prime. This is a gold mine for you, fine. If you've done this, you can not just crack prime, you can crack anything in this world in DSA, fine. And if you see, in every topic you'll have 7-8 problems only, maximum 7, 8, 9, 10 max, fine. So very specific problems but very relevant problems, fine. If you're somebody who's not aware with the top 100 codes, that is also very good, but that is for the basic portion. So with that, I cannot assure that you can crack any company, but for TCS this might be sufficient, fine. And now if you go ahead and solve things through this, palindrome number, Armstrong number, now when you solve here number systems, matrices, you will have a good grip on it, fine. So ये resources free हैं, top 100 codes and top 150 not out, these are free, fine. And see, thank you so much CSM team, amazing like always. They have put the link in the chat section only. You can go and access the top 150 not out page from there, and specifically I'm saying this is a very good gold mine for you. Fine. Now once, if you see here, you will have a few questions for stacks, for binary search, linked list, and here you will understand that in the math geometry which matrix problems are super important. For example, spiral matrix, set matrix zeros. If you've worked with this level of matrix, you can solve any matrix problem in the world, any, be it any. Fine, given that you've solved earlier problems as well. Fine. So let's come back, let's go to the fourth coding pattern, which is array based problems. ये पक्का आएगा, ठीक है? On this I can guarantee you, ये पक्का आएगा. array कहीं ना कहीं किसी ना किसी क्वेश्चन में इस्तेमाल हो ही रही होगी. ऐसा this is not possible कि array इस्तेमाल नहीं हो, ठीक है? So array would be definitely used in 1 or 2 questions. If there are 3 questions of coding, then it will be definitely there. If there are 2 questions, in 1 it will be there. If there are 3 questions, still in 1 to 2 it can come. So array would definitely meet you in the exam. You must not miss it out. You find the largest, smallest element in the array, find duplicate elements in the array, reverse an array, and these problems would give you a basic grip. And this is not enough. 3 problems से array नहीं सीख जाओगे. You need to work a lot on arrays. Fine. Longest common subsequence. अब वो कहाँ मिलेगा? How will you find LCS? You will find that when you solve top 150 not out. Fine. In 150 not out, when you go, I'll show you. When you go in the 150 not out list, and when you move to arrays here, fine, arrays and hashing, longest consecutive sequence, fine. So you will have this here. You can solve it here, and that would be enough for you. Fine. But if you've done all the questions of array written here, TCS is a cakewalk. ऐसे कर दोगे TCS का question, believe me. Fine. So this is very, very important. Alongside that, now if I move further, then there comes the last but not the least coding pattern, logical puzzles. Fine, anagrams checking, finding a missing number in a sequence, checking if a number is of power 2, basically if it is a square or not of some number. Fine. So these are some logical puzzles which usually TCS drops every now and then. So I'm not saying that it is highly expected. I'm being very, very blunt here. This is not highly expected, but when it drops like a bomb. Fine. So you need to be prepared. अपना सारा preparation जो है, it should be so good that whatever comes your way, you crack it out. Fine. Prepare like you've never won. Perform like you've never lost. Fine. तो कोशिश ऐसी करो कि जैसे कभी जीते नहीं हो, और perform ऐसा करो जैसे कभी हारे नहीं. Fine. So to that extent, arrays, yes, arrays are very important, Prince. So now I've given you all the logical puzzles, and I've given you all the patterns basically. So what you can do is you go ahead, follow us on these social media handles so that you never miss any hiring update from our side, any TCS update from our side. If you want, I keep bringing you valuable stuff. You go ahead, subscribe to our channel, and all you need to do is you click on subscribe, click on bell icon so that you get notified for my live streams, and comment below this video why I was telling you to put PPT in comments, because top 3 comments might get a chance to win 3 months of Prep Insta Prime subscription for free. Now, for those who do not get it for free, you can use this coupon code Shukla10. Fine. And if you want some financial help, this code will give you some discount. Fine. So Shukla 10 would do. So this is Shukla 10. Fine. So I should write 10 even better. So let's write it even better. Shukla 1 and 0. Fine. So Shukla 10, this is the coupon code that can help you to get a discount on Prep Insta Prime. No, not in the live chat section. When this live ends, you put the PPT in the comment section. Fine. Even if you want right now, you can add. And these patterns are super important. Jot them down, from recursion to number based patterns to matrix based problems to array based problems and to logical puzzles. Note them down. Not in the live chat section. I have told you to put PPT in the comment section. Comment section में, chat में नहीं. ठीक है? So fine. That's pretty much for today's video. Now you shoot up with your doubts, and I'm waiting for your doubts. You shoot up and I'll explain you the doubts. Fine. So thank you CSM team for putting this here. Once the live ends, then you comment PPT. Fine, not till then. I'll not consider these comments, as simple as that. Now, you guys go ahead, shoot up with the doubts that you have here. Fine. Why coding classes stopped? They are not stopped. For you, we are building specifically TCS relevant content, and I'll show you this. Fine. You go to YouTube. Fine, Prince. On our YouTube Prep Insta channel, you can see even in the live section, we are building specific coding videos for you as well. See, previous year coding questions, coding marathon. Fine. Gaurav sir is building that for you. I personally am building coding videos for you. And if you see for Cognizant coding question answers, TCS NQT coding question answers, we are building it for you. Fine. And the series will continue again. So don't worry. Everything is in the pipeline. Prabhas, this is topics. These are patterns which are not to be missed. I'm not saying these are the only topics to cover, but these are super important. If you miss something from here, you might end up losing a question in your exam. Fine. So do not do that. Coding में 3 ही question आने, एक नहीं हो पाया, क्या फायदा होगा? Fine. You are preparing for prime. No, you want that prime profile, digital profile. Ninja तो I know our students are good enough कि उनको ninja तो कभी भी मिल जाएगा. Fine. Linked lists. Usually, linked list is asked in a form where array is being implemented. Fine. Where they are being used in such a manner where array is implemented in some manner and then linked list is implemented in some manner, so that they can get a comparative analysis of your problem solving in that. Alongside that, I have given you the 5 most common, most frequently repeating. I'm not saying linked list cannot come. It can come. But the chances of these patterns are very high. Fine. Okay. Yes, I have uploaded recorded video and you can see in the videos section proper coding question answers, complete solution for you. Fine. Thank you. So go ahead, shoot up with the doubts. If there are no doubts, then we can wrap this up. Okay, time complexity matters in NQT. Yes. So if you're solving any question and if your time complexity is order of n cube, fine, in any random case, then your solution would not be considered very good. You will get a call for ninja. Fine. So ninja के लिए call आ जाएगा, खुद सोच लो. You should be aware of this. Try handling every test case. Try handling the edge and boundary value cases. Also try that you produce the best possible time complexity for that question. Fine. How to manage inputs? It is generally that you write a code in compiler. It is a easy thing to do. You simply write down your code in the given framework, given piece. You write your code piece and that's it. You need not put exclusive inputs from your side. Fine. Communication skills. So I will specifically bring videos on interview guidance once you clear this written round. Fine. So don't worry. Very soon. They are in the pipeline. I'll help you out, but only if you want that. So you need to tell us in comments. You need to tell us somewhere. Fine. Yes. Array concept video uploaded in Java. रुक. Prince बात सुनो. ऐसा है. Array का concept समझो. Language important नहीं है. ठीक है. Concept I have recorded. You can go ahead, check it out. I'll show you. See, what you can do is you go on our YouTube channel, fine, and there you simply understand the concept of Java and see. Right now, this is Master DSA for free. This is a playlist which I'm continuing right now, and we are having approximately 43 videos in it, and I have explained recursion. Fine. I have explained array, and now when I have explained array as a data structure, I have given you what exactly array is. So understand that. Fine. Try understanding this through this video. fine, and that would help you out. So this is one good thing, fine, for you. Strings concept, Sandeepti, it does come, but when I was compiling the data of the old previous year papers, I found that these were the 5 most repeated patterns. Strings do come. If I would have been building top 6 coding patterns, fine, then the strings would have been the next thing. What kind of questions will come? Bhanu Shankar, we are building specific videos on our channel. I'll show you. For this only, we are solving old questions also, fine. And see, in videos, we are solving previous year questions, TCS coding question answers, fine. In lives also, we are solving the questions. In the coding marathon also, we have given you the questions, so that will help you out, Bhanu Shankar, fine. Okay, Prince. So I guess that's pretty much, I've covered everybody's doubts, is it? Or do we have more doubts? If you have, you can shoot up with your doubts. Okay, so सर TCS में कोड लिखने के बाद कंपाइल करने पर एरर आए तो क्या वहाँ से एडिट कर सकते हैं फिर पूरा कोड फिर से लिख? You can easily edit it. It is not a big deal. You can edit it. Fine. Second, coding question topics. Okay. So for all those who want that, what kind of coding question topics would come in advanced coding section, all you can do is go to videos, and there is a video on TCS preparation plan, this video, fine. In this video, I have specifically explained you what exactly you should study for the advanced coding round, fine. I've answered you, Tilak. Tirumala, generally the choice to code in your favorite language is available, fine. Yes, Jiteshan, we are quite dedicated on this, and henceforth you can trust on our questions, number 1. Number 2, we are having our trainers building the same thing for you. I'll show you. See, in the live streams, when you go, you'll have proper TCS NQT logical reasoning questions, you'll have quantitative aptitude questions, and you'll be solving them, fine. You can solve the questions in the videos itself. We have given you detailed 1 hour 17 minutes lecture here on aptitude. We have given you 1 hour 4 minutes lecture on logical reasoning. Straight away questions, seedha padho, you will understand, fine. So I hope, Jiteshan, that helps you out. Cut off for Ninja Digital, top 5% generally end up getting a call for digital, top 20% end up getting a call for Ninja, fine. So I guess that's pretty much, and we can wrap this up, and I hope this helps you out. Whatever you want from our side to learn, go ahead, you explain to us what else do you want from our side. And sir, if we do not compile any coding questions on 3, can we select for? No, then Sandeepti, it is very tough. You have not compiled any particular code, and then you cannot expect this, fine. So I hope you're basically saying that you've not submitted the solutions. In that case, it is very tough, fine. So compile it out. Top coding questions to practice. Yes, for that we are doing this coding marathon, we are doing this previous year coding questions. I am specifically recording the videos of coding where I have given you coding question and answers. You can go ahead and check them. All the links are shared in the chat section, and thank you so much, CSM team. Without from my side, I have not given any input to them that you please share. Still, these guys are working very hard. So if you get successful students, it is a fair share of credit to them as well. They're helping you day and night, fine. So you can reach out with your queries on WhatsApp and Telegram, and our team will immediately respond to you, and the response time you can see here itself, fine. Okay, Anita, for foundational sections concepts, for aptitude, I have given you that in aptitude you can go to live, and here you will have decent amount of revision as well, fine. Apart from that, you can go ahead onto Prime, straight away get Prime, enroll here, 200 plus courses from scratch, study everything, fine. This is one thing. Alongside that, if you want to study DSA, for that we have built a playlist. This is the playlist, Master DSA for free, fine. I'm teaching every topic in detail, you can check it out here, fine, and this is for free. So that will help you out. So I hope that's enough, and great, Anita. So I'll wrap this up, and whatever good you learned in this video, go ahead, spread it out. Fine. Tell this to masses, whoever needs this, your juniors, your seniors, whoever needs this, explain it to them. And alongside that, I would say one thing, keep doing good for others and good will come back to you. Fine. So अच्छा करते रहो, अच्छा आपको यूनिवर्स दे देगा वापस. Fine. Have a good day. Keep preparing hard. All the best.